Okay, so now we're on live on YouTube and we can start the conversation. Let's introduce ourselves first, okay? I'm gonna start with me. I'm Gabriel, I'm 22 years old, I live in São Paulo, and I work in the payroll department of a company as an apprentice. What about you, Carolina?
Hello, I'm Carolina. I am 27. I am from São Paulo, but I have been living in Paraíba since last year. I am a teacher, but now I am not with, I am employed. And this immersion is very important to me because a job interview is a thing I am doing now, but I always, I read this question. If I don't pass, if there's a lot of job interview, I was disqualified. No, disqualified. Disqualified, and I am here to practice and be menos nervosa in the job interview. So thank you.
Yeah, Carolina, that's it. Yeah. More you practice for a job interview, more you get the hang of it, you know. What about you, Raider? Is the pronunciation of your name correct?
Yes, it's Heider. Are you hearing me okay?
Yeah, Raider.
Yes, Heider.
Heider. Okay.
Heider. It's a pleasure to be here with you, Gabriel, Gustavo, Carolina. I'm participating here TNT, I think 1 year, but recently I'm not participate a lot because I had recently moved at home. I live in other city, and my fiance comes to live with me recently. I have a lot of problems, and I stopped to participate, but I intend that I back my immersions here. I'm Heider, 33 years old. I live in Araraquara, São Paulo. I am graduating in production engineering. I work at a manufacturing area in an aircraft company. I work at Embraer. I work here 80 months, but I was working in Guarulhos. It's a city that I was living before to move here. And I like a lot this subject because similar Carolina said, I received a lot of bad results in job interviews, and my last interview was in Braer, and I trained a lot interview. It isn't English. I had a little English just, but it's so important to train, and I trained a lot, and I got achieve my goal, and I'm so happy now because I had a problem with a job interview, and I had success to win this topic.
Yeah, Heider, this topic is really important because like job interview, like passing a job interview is important for everyone because everyone wants to get a job, right? And we need to know how to like act in a job interview, you know, in order to get our job. And what about you, Gustavo?
Okay, I am Gustavo. I have 27 years old, and I'm married. I work as a front-end engineer, create crafting websites. So my focus is on browsers, internet, and I also am here to practice my English and in order to get a job. I'm studying English size from last year, and now I got unfortunately I got a part of a layoff 3 months ago, and for that month I have decided to give a pause for me to rest and to focus on my own things. But now it begins the time to looking for a job. So I'm doing such a freelancers, but I need a more safe job, and you understand, a more security job than a freelancer. So that's it.
Yeah, Gustavo. Even though you work as a freelancer currently, it's really important to have a job that you work every day and you have salary every month, you know. So this kind of job is really important as well, right? Let me see here. Me too, Gustavo. The layoff impact, me too. Yeah, guys, I don't know how is being laid off from a company, because like this is I got my first job last year, and I've been working working like at this company since last year. So I hope when the contract is over, they don't lay me off, you know. I hope it doesn't happen. Okay, guys, so let's just start the conversation. The first question is, what's the importance of a job interview for you? How do you feel whenever you do it, every time you do it? So, Gustavo, how do you feel every time you need to do a job interview?
Oh man, it's very nervous, anxious. I will have an interview on Friday and this week, and the talking to fell on my hands as a miracle because I really need to practice my English, and my confidence is increasing day by day, and also I'm reading a book, the title for who have curiosity to read it also. And the STAR interview, they talk about a method, like a framework to do interviews. It means that you will be telling histories, not facts, but storytelling to reply the questions. So, but not I'm not want to extend my response here. I'm just to want to say that my confidence are increasing by doing here, but I feel very anxious and nervous because job interview is like a door to the happy things, because we need a job to pay our accounts, to do things that are important to our family. I will have a son very soon. My wife, it's beginning, so it's increased my desire for got a job. So I feel anxious and nervous, but we have to be optimistic and have a hope, because if not, that can block and be even more bad. So that is it. I can call the other to respond. Raider, I'm sorry if I wrong your name. You can give your response to us, please.
Yes, for sure. So I agree with your answer. We need to provide things for our family, and it's completely normal. You feel nervous in a job interview. For a long period, I thought that I am a terrible person to participate of job interview. I worked in some companies, in good companies, but I imagine I passed because I have experience. But in job interview, I normally, I don't know, I normally was wrong. Uh, and I lost some opportunities because I were so terrible in job interviews. Similar response things, similar storytelling. I'm so bad in to create my timeline when I started to work, my skills, my experience, and I feel so nervous. But recently, did the online interviews, and I started to improve this. I did step by step in my answers. I train a lot, and then nowadays I think I improve. I am not very good in job interviews, but I improve a lot. And about the question, I think so important, but I feel so nervous. And you, Carolina, what do you think about the question?
Yes, I feel so nervous too, like you. And I don't know, I know how to tell my story, and I know how to tell like the chronologicamente. And also I can extract of my story what the interview, o entrevistador wants for me, but I don't know. I think I need to stay more confident in mine, confidence in mine. Não. Mais confiante em mim, como eu posso? More confidence about me. And also, like, I don't know, maybe that I think Gustavo said something like, we need, thank you, Gabriel. We need to have hope. And I think now I am 6 months unemployed. I get some freelance, something like this, but it's not like good money. And I think the hope doesn't exist. So it's so difficult. But maybe I need to do like, I think Rihanna said, what you do when you are in a bad days? I fake. Eu finjo que I am in the good day, so maybe I need to do this.
Yeah, guys, I agree with you all. Like, me too. I feel like nervous when I do a job interview as well, even though I'm a person who likes communicating with people, because doing like everything in life that like if we do, we gain something with it, we feel nervous, so everything that you earn money by doing, everything you like have a reward by doing, we feel nervous. It's normal. I think all human beings are like that, you know. So yeah, we need a job because we need to pay our bills. We need to like support our family. So yeah, it's really hard, but we need, of course, to practice our communication, to get a great result in a job interview and pass it. And it's really important to do that, because if we practice for a job interview, we can be better in the job interview, you know. It's difficult, but we need to do that. Okay, guys, so let's go to the question. Question number 9. In your opinion, what's the hardest job interview question? If you did a job interview and interviewer asked you this question, how would you answer it? So, Carolina, so what's the hardest job interview for you?
And I think the animal, maybe sometimes they ask, what the animal you can do, but I have some things to do. But I think now, after the pandemic, the questions, what do you want to do, or what do you want to be in 5 years? I don't have idea. 5 years, it's a long time. That my life changed a lot in a 5 years. A lot. So sometimes I said, I think I want to grow up in my career. I want to there's someday I read answer about this, and I really like that. It's like, I want that in a enterprise or in a project I worked, and the people said, oh, this project, it's very good because of Carol. So I think is this I want in 5 years, because it's so difficult. I don't have any idea, but I know that that the question is important, because the interviewer wants to know if you are pessoa comprometida, if you are a very dedicated person, if you will stay in the job. But it's so hard to answer. It's more than animal. And you, Gustavo?
Okay, it's very funny to listen what you think about it. I also have some difficulties with some questions. And for example, the question, say some negative thing that you have did before. What I can say for not be against myself. So it's very hard to think in one. But I know that the interviewer aren't trying to find a perfect one. They are trying to identify what you will do in some contexts. They are trying to find how you react if something happen, because we commit wrongs, mistakes a lot of times. So they know this. They also commit mistakes. So another question, for example, why you are here and aren't other? Sometimes I think, oh, I called the response because I need the money, and maybe the order don't need on that time. But it's a bad response, I know, because we need to give a response more meaningful for the. So yes, Brito, yeah. How about you?
So you and Carolina talked about the main questions. Carolina said about the if you were an animal, I think is the terrible. I like a pet. I have two pets, but I I not imagine if I were a lion, a monkey. I I don't know. It's a complicated question. I think it's the worst question. About the Gustavo said your weakness, your main weakness. I don't know. I think you need to talk. Oh, I am a perfectionist. Oh, I am so anxious, but I am working for improving this. Is balela. But I think it's a bad question. There is other how you handle under pressure. I think this, como você diz, how do you work under pressure? I think it's terrible. I need to work. It's a terrible question, but it's a complicated because we normally don't know what the interviewer like to hear. I try to keep calm and analyze the scenarios. You need to have a good question, but if you don't prepare it to answer this question, because normally you study about the history of the company, the mission, a lot of things, and the interviewer put these three questions about the animal, about the weakness, about the pressure. I think to me is the third is the worst question. How about you, Gabriel? What do you think about it?
Oh, guys. Yeah, I agree with you. Like about the questions you guys brought up here, I agree with you. About the question, like, what do you want to be in the future? What do you want to be in 5 years? I don't know. Yeah, this question is really hard because, for example, about me, I have a degree in human resources and I work in the payroll department of a company as an apprentice. And I want to be promoted at this company after the contract is over. But like, I like voice acting as well, you know. I like art as well. So like two weeks ago, I started taking acting lessons because I love acting, you know, and maybe I want to be an actor someday and a voice actor. So like, I love human resources. I finished the college in 2021, but currently I've been thinking about being an actor, being a voice actor in the future. So maybe I want to change the my profession, you know. I want to change careers. So like, I kind of changed my mind about my profession. So, you know, my mind changed like from 2021 to this year. So it happens, everyone changes changed their minds as time went by. It's totally normal. About like the question Gustavo brought up about like our negative points. Yeah, it's really hard to tell the interviewer our negative points, because most of the time we tend to think about our positive ones, not right, not the negative ones. So it's really hard to answer this question. About the question of the animal. Oh my God, this question is like really hard to answer. I don't know. I think I would say dolphin, because once I saw on the internet that that the dolphin represents the intelligence. So I would say dolphin, And yeah, that's it. These questions that you guys brought up here are really hard to answer. I couldn't agree more. Okay, guys, let's go to the question. Question number 4. What skills do you think you need to improve before doing a possible job interview in the future? How would you improve them? So, Heider, so what skills do you need to improve? Do you need to improve for a possible job interview in the future?
So I think an important thing, I don't know if a skill, but when you have self-confidence, I think it is the good way to participate a job interview. You need to be good in to talk about you. I think so important, and you need to analyze the opportunity and look for if the opportunity is the same with the thing that you search. But if you have self-confident, if you keep the calm, the brief, I think the first thing to you start interview and to have a success. In my opinion, is so important. You need to know sell you. Yes, sell vendor. Yes, sell you. I think it's so important to keep the confident. You sell your skill and to keep the focus in interview. In my opinion, that's it. And you, Gustavo?
So, for me is to remember all my experience and to recall it on the interview time, because it's very hard to me. Maybe sometimes I think it is because my anxious and emotions block my thoughts. So I'm doing it currently on that week, because how I said before, have less than 48 hours, maybe more, for my interview very soon. So I'm preparing, and I'm trying to write everything about the companies, about my experience, to recall it on questions, because I don't want to be blocked by my anxious, and I want to improve my confidence, like you have said. Confidence, I think is all on interview. If I start an interview with confidence, I can have a eye contact with the interviewer. I can transmit more truth on my answers, be more exactly, and so far. So is it? Okay, and about you, Carolina?
Yeah, I agree with you. The self-confidence for me is the first thing I need to improve. And yeah, I think is this and be menos nervosa, because I think when I am calm, I can communicate okay. Like I like that you said about the, I don't know, I understand that. When I am get nervous, my thoughts doesn't happen. And for me is like this. When I was nervous, I saw a lot of things, and I think also is because I can't I can não posso ligar my camera, but I think I am 27, but I think my appearance it's like if I was more young. And sometimes that the people said, oh no, it's just a little girl. And I don't know how to be more adult. I don't know, because I look like a very youth people, and I am not. I am 27, I am almost 30. But I don't know, I think with the self-confidence, this can be better. I don't know, it's so difficult. I am trying to, I cut my hair. Sometimes I use some clothes, more adult, something like this, but it's very difficult to be a human too, because the people don't believe that you can. And if and I am very experienced. Even I was just 17, but 17, no, 2017, 20. Ixi, gente, já tô esquecendo tudo. 27. It's very bad.
Carol, just pretend you're 17. It's better, okay?
Okay.
And yeah, like everyone here said, self-confidence. And yeah, having a good self-confidence is really important to pass an interview, because when we feel good in an interview, we feel good with our body, with our feelings. We can communicate the interviewer in an efficient way. We can communicate with them in an efficient way. We can tell them our experiences, our experiences and their jobs, our skills. When I say skills, I mean the soft ones and the hard ones. So we can tell them these things, but when we are nervous and when we don't believe in ourselves, we can't like talk to them and tell them everything we have, skills, experiences. So we need to have a good self-confidence, and we need to believe in ourselves and know ourselves as well. So these things are really important to pass an interview. Yeah, we forgot our name when we are nervous, because like our minds go blank, so we need to stay focused and believe in ourselves, have a good self-confidence, because everything is gonna work out fine. Okay. Okay, guys, so let's go to the last question. Question number 6. What was the worst job interview you've done in your life? What have you learned from it? So, Gustavo, what was the worst job interview you've done in your life? And what have you learned from this interview?
I start to joke here because I have a very funny history to share. I will do it very quickly. So I was discovering a lot of things about my life. I was very young, mostly younger than I am today. So on that phase of my life, I was smoking. So for me, smoking is all. You can imagine what I have did. During the interview, I I fired my cigarette and started to smoke on and during the interview, I think it don't have passed a good impression. So, but what is very crazy is that the interviewer have accepted me like okay, go to the further step, and on the further step I was again smoking during the interview, and I was surprised with a question because they realized a problem with me that after I have realized it also. So meaning of life. So they have a question to me. So for what for what you do what you do? The question was about I think was about for what you have you is on that profession, you are doing what you do in a very generic way, so I couldn't respond in that kind of question in a satisfactory, and it have provided to me a lot of thoughts about myself, why I'm doing uh, what I'm doing. So it is a bad experience that I have did before, and I have learned a lot. So I have to 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 have a meaning for like a purpose. So what is my purpose for my life, for all things? So that's it. So a bad interview and the big learning after this. How about you, Gabriel? We will have time to continue here. I don't know, or Brito go away.
Yeah, we have a few times. We still have a few times. And yeah, so you've learned from your mistake, right? So don't smoke in an interview again, please. It's not a good thing to do. So yeah, we always learn from our mistakes, and that's really good. And what about you, Carol? Can you tell us like a good story about job interviews here?
Yeah, I think it's not the worst, but I think it's funny, like Gustavo said, because I was very young too. It was for my first job. I was very cara de pau and very self-confident when I was young. and I asked for a job on my school. And I said, I want to work with education. Can I work here after the ensino médio, né? When I finish the ensino médio, can I work here? I was like this. And I don't know why, but the director was very kind and he likes me because I was a good student in the school. I was a very good student. And he said, okay, you can talk with the other director tomorrow at 10 p.m. And I said, yes. And I don't know, but I was like with the uniform of the school, and I always remember I went to the room of this director with a Coke and also with a hamburger. And I do my interview there and I passed it. And I said, oh my God, why I passed that interview? And now with experience, I don't I think I need to go with the Coke and a little hamburger in the job interview. But it was very, and I think it is that I was very self-confident and very cara de pau. And I think I need to be like the little Carol. Oh my God, it was very funny.
Yeah, at least you had self-confidence back then, right?
Yeah, I was very, very self-confident in my youth. And na juventude, assim, quando I was 17, 18, I don't remember.
Oh my God, Carol. So next interview you need like to bring a Coke and a hamburger. I think these foods will give you luck in the interview.
Yeah, I think I will do that. Yeah, I think it's the thing that skills. Okay, I don't need the skills. It's my Coke and hamburger.
Yeah. Just let me drink my Coke and my hamburger here, right?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, guys. So people from the other room just came back to the main room. And I want to know, how was the conversation for you, Flavio?
It was a good conversation because interview is a good subject. It's an interesting subject because in the interview we can test our skills and we can test our English and we can test our nerves too. It's interesting. I think I said to Mars that I do many interviews in my life. I do about 2 interviews for a week because same that I don't move to my current job. I make interview to train, and I think it's an interesting part of your life, and it's a good way to improve your skills. That's it.
Yeah, definitely, Flavio. Yeah, like it's really important to practice for job interviews because the more we practice, the more we get better in the interviews, right? And how was the conversation for you, Marcio?
So in my case, I enjoy a lot this conversation because Flávio, one experienced person. At this moment, I can talk about interview in overseas where it's possible to participate using our English. Here in the TALK, the big platform where you can introduce yourself and another things about the question. This learning for me help you a lot about the interview, because nowadays several interview job is online. I enjoy a lot this topic.
Yeah, Mars, I agree with you. Like, TNT is a platform that helps us to improve our English, but not just that. The platform helps us to be more to improve our communication as well, right? To be a person that has a good communication, a person that can talk to others face to face in a good way, you know. So the platform has many benefits, and that's why it's the best platform ever, right? Okay, guys, so the conversation is almost done. And now I'm gonna send you 2 links, okay? The first one is the link of the survey. So when you guys go to this link, you guys can give us a grade from 0 to 10. And you guys can also explain to us the reason of your grade. So for example, my grade is 7, but why is your grade 7? Tell us the reason so we can improve TALK more and more, okay? And the second link is the link of our website. So when you go to this link, you can check our plans out and see what plan is better for you. Okay, so that's it, guys. This was the conversation. I hope you guys liked it. I loved it, to be honest. I love talking about this subject because it's really important. And yeah, that's it. Have a great night. Have a great week. And see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you for all of it. Bye.
Bye bye.